about an idea. They down in Magic City and got an epiphany about an idea. You know, they're gonna work all of a sudden now. But hey, Tate, man, do what you got to do right off the bat. What you got to do?
I'm just gonna do it and let you say what it is, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yep, go ahead. So y'all know how we get out on the homies. All right, off the bat, somebody in the Matrix, B-Dirt, already got the yellow card raised up. We had a power outage. It was my fault. I admit it. There was some stuff happening. I can't out of my control. Pay got some stuff going on with his work. There's stuff going on right now. But that's why we're a little late. But the yellow card is for one, Mr. Tim Lyons, right off the bat. Talking about we didn't pay our bills. You must have lost your mind, Tim.
Come on now.
You must have lost whatever mind you got left. You done lost.
Come on now.
So in the Matrix, right off the rip. Let's go. Let's go. Tate, the floor is yours, bro. I had to handle my business.
My Reds beat Tim Mine straight out his head last night.
He ain't got nothing left. Nothing left in the onion. Nothing left in the onion, man. The onion is depleted.
Straight out his whole head.
His whole head. To the white meat, baby.
Right.
To the white meat. All the way to the white meat.
Hopefully they do it again tonight. I got that on the TV above me, and I got track and field coming on too. Yeah, so
yeah.
You know, I'm locked in, but we got these shows to do to bring the Friday night to the people. The homie B Dirt is back from being Dapper Dan last week, man.
All right, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Did Jess clean you up like that?
Nah, cuz it was me. It was all me. It's funny because I got, I had to do a little St. Jude's fundraising event. City of Pittsburgh came together, raised over $700,000 for St. Jude's that night.
Wow.
Very cool event.
At that one fundraiser?
One fundraiser.
Mm.
Is it like from St. Jude's of Pittsburgh?
National St. Jude's, the whole thing. And it's Pennsylvania chapter that they do the fundraising through, but it was a really cool event. It was funny because when I got invited to it, being my job now, I don't wear a suit and tie. They said, it's a black tie affair. You got a suit and tie. And I was like, yeah. It's like, I used to wear one every day for work. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah. They're like, do they still fit? I said, man, ain't that come on now. Yes, it still fit.
Yeah,
a couple of them.
I don't miss that, man. I don't miss that. I mean, that's the one thing I don't miss about going to work is being in traffic and wearing a suit and tie every day.
Yeah.
But you saw the shoes though.
Yeah, I saw the forces. There's forces, right?
No, the Panda Dunks with black gator and white suede.
Okay, I couldn't see them that close. Okay, yeah, I saw. Yeah, it looked nice though. But B Dirt. Man, in all honesty, man, I've been doing that since '97. Tell them about your wedding, Big G. You know what it was.
I'm trying to think what shoot you had the Gary Paytons on
Gary
afterwards.
Paytons, the fresh tux,
the gloves. He had the gloves.
The gloves with the zip ups.
Yeah, he had the gloves on afterwards. That's been a long time.
Almost 30 years ago, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You
remember what I put on afterwards?
That's our stuff y'all doing now. What'd you say now?
You remember what I put on afterwards?
No, I don't remember. Overall suit.
A bucket hat.
I had the C-dubs. I had the C-dubs. I had the C-dubs on, man. The C-dubs. Brand new out the box, C-dubs.
Oh, man, I had them too, though. But I had them on that day because your wedding was white. All white.
Yeah.
So I had them black Paytons with the white stripes. With the zip-ups. Look kind of nice back for way back when. But them suits was really big. I mean, we were really big, but those suits were really big.
It was the Carmelo. We was Carmelo Anthony. We was Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, like on that commercial.
Yeah, we was Carmelo Anthony with the big square shoulders.
Yeah, all that. Hey, man.
Hey, I look good in the suit and the shoes, but it's the arm candy that really set me off. That's what looked really good. Yeah.
She looked really nice too, accentuating the tattoo. I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw the tat sleeve going up with the sleeveless dress.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let them know.
Yeah.
Let them know for sure. What's
Well,
Pay quiet, man? What's up, Pay?
He working.
Nah, he can speak. Me might not be able to speak right now.
That's what I'm saying. See, he'll speak when he can speak.
Yeah.
I mean, I can talk. I'm listening to you.
I think
I'm listening to you
he's
all.
like really
Talking about
focused
work.
on the NHL draft. That's what I think it is.
Is that
Lock and
on
load.
right now?
Right now.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't know that was on.
Man, he locked and loaded.
What you guys think about the NBA draft? Well, what do you think about Bronny getting there? It wasn't a surprise, was it?
You know we're gonna talk about it in overtime, and I got some stuff for all them haters. I got something for you haters out there. I got something for you on overtime tonight, boy. It's gonna get ugly.
Okay, Big G. Bronny took the number 9. 9 ain't gonna be his number.
Yeah.
I see that.
Mm-hmm.
B Dirt. Who's the Tigers playing this week?
Man, let's just keep it pushing. Let's just keep it pushing. We ain't need to bring that up.
Don't even go there right now.
Yeah,
We're good.
I mean, I know
Yeah.
you're riding high because you guys won and you beat the Cardinals, whatever.
Oh.
You're still a game and a half behind the Pirates, so let's not get excited.
I just wonder who you played.
That said, the Tigers got 3 guys hitting over 200. So let's just leave it go. Everybody's taking batting tips from Javier Baez. We can't ship him back to Chicago.
El
Hey,
Mago.
pick him up on your next trip, will you? Pick him up, swing by, pick him up, take him over.
Mm-hmm.
El Mago is my favorite baseball player, man. So I definitely take him back on my team. You know, we ain't going nowhere.
I would love for you to have him.
Hey, you admit right now y'all done? Y'all admit you cooked right now?
I admit
You admit it?
We cooked. This is the worst bullpen I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
You obviously didn't see the 2023 Red bullpen.
We've had 17 players go on the IL, and we've blown 17 leads. Terrible.
Cooked.
We're like
Cooked.
we're like 3-15 and 1-run games.
Hey, but that's y'all manager. Y'all manager is trash.
I don't like David Bell. You're right about that.
Garbage. He trash, man.
And
That's
the Pirates
solely because of him.
The Pirates took 2 out of 3 from us. Shout out to all the Pirates fans in the live chat.
Yeah, I got egg on my face because they're gonna get 50. They're gonna get 50 wins.
My boy Quadfather said the Reds are big trash. Okay, keep that same energy, Quadfather, when we coming down the late August, early September stretch. You know? But hey, fellas, so everybody good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get to it.
Busy week,
right.
ready to rock and roll, ready to cut loose.
Well, Big G, get the algorithms up one time.
Okay, got
Don't
you.
forget it this week, Big G. We was
Get on your job. Yeah, that's one. Count them, pay. That's one. If you don't get 4, at least 1 every 15 minutes, you get fined.
Y'all be trying to find mystery ways to find me, man. That's some old mystery made up, some shenanigans.
That's your job, Big G.
That's mystery. That's mystery ways, man.
There's no mystery to that, man.
Yeah, I put up the lit sign, all whatever else, but that's a mystery.
We need algorithms. We
do.
We got about 56 people in here right now and 23 likes.
2 times before the commercial break. Let's go.
All right. Hey, everybody.
I'm ahead of schedule.
If you're watching on YouTube, we're not about to go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break for our audio listeners. We have to hear a few words from our partners, pay some bills. What we'll get into after break is the entirety of the AFC Central and the AFC North. We're just going to chop it up about rivalries, legendary players in the division. The division was established in 1970 with I believe at the time it was the Steelers, Bengals, Browns, and Oilers.
Yes.
Yes, I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to come back and get started with that and just, have a fun evening. Take your questions, chop it up, and go from there. So if you're watching on YouTube, like I said, and go anywhere, audio listeners, be it Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening. We'll hear a few words from our partners, and we'll be right back after this. And we're back on a Friday night on the Homies Podcast.
On a Freaky Friday.
B Dirt feeling some kind of way. That's usually
I got a little energy drink in here tonight because I've been up since 4 a.m. So it's starting to kick in. Do its thing.
We boy.
Is that say ETTORT? What is that?
That's effort.
Effort.
I need effort from them to hit the EFFORT. Effort. I need effort to hit them algorithms tonight, man. Effort. The live chat. Let's get it going. Hit them rhythms. Hit the like. Share with a friend. Let's get this podcast jumping.
It went up
Big effort tonight.
It went up from 23 to 30 since last break. But let's go ahead and get started, man. Be sure to follow the homies on the homies Instagram and homies X page. Pay does a lot of work on there, taking care of that thing. So, check out what we got going on over there.
Facts.
So tonight's show, the AFC North, formerly the AFC Central. The helmets represent the geographical location as close as possible of each team. It's been a rivalry for a long time, right? I mean, since the 70s, the Bengals, Steelers, and Browns have never left. Well, the Browns did leave and they turned to Ravens. Now the Browns are back. But so in that sense, they've never left. So, what did y'all think let's right there real quick. What y'all think when the Browns left? Art Modell snuck them out of town, kind of like the Colts went to Indy.
I'll tell you this. I do not like the Cleveland Browns. I do not root for the Cleveland Browns ever. I don't understand why they always, even when they look good on paper, find a way to ruin things. But I did feel bad for their fans because they do have a very passionate fan base.
Very passionate.
I did feel bad for the fans when the team up and left. I even felt worse when the team hoisted the Lombardi Trophy.
Oh, when Baltimore hosted.
Yeah.
Only about 4 or 5 years after they left.
Yeah.
That was a tough one. What'd you think about it, G?
I was happy. I was happy as hell. The Browns is big trash. I got no love for the Cleveland Browns. I never will have any love for the Cleveland Browns.
You just let that petty shine. Let that petty shine, Big G.
Shine all the way through like a crystal ball, baby. I ain't got no love for them Brownies ever. I help all the bad things in the world happen to Cleveland and only Cleveland. I can't stand them. I don't like them. Get them out of here.
You better say Browns or else they're going to clip this and put it on That's Rather Cavaliers podcast.
Elves, whatever you want to call them, little trolls. Get them out of here. That's all I'm saying. They trash. Big trash. So I was happy.
What about you, Pay? What did you think? Were you old enough to remember?
I remember it vaguely. As I've gotten older, leaving, and more facts as I've become more learned on the whole situation, Modell had no choice, right? He had to. The Cleveland was going to take the team from him. they was going to claim eminent domain and say you don't even own this. This belongs to the city of Cleveland. So as these as American rich businessmen are prone to do, they get around rules. So he said, you know what? All right, I got a friend with trucks, and he did exactly what he had to do. He beat the sheriff to come kick him out. So he got his stuff out and left.
Did they have Mayflowers?
That was when they left Baltimore to go to Indianapolis. Was the Mayflower?
Yeah, the Mayflowers was that was old man Ursay's people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, is it that bad to have that football team in Cleveland? Because I mean, you look back. I mean, the Bengals exist because Paul Brown got out of Dodge and started a new team.
Yeah. Because he knew they was big trash, B-Dirt. He knew it. They wouldn't give him no control. We know the history about it. They wouldn't give him no control. At the time, you had an owner that thought he knew everything. Paul Brown knew football. He was like, you know what? I'm out of here. And went to Cincinnati, right down I-70 or I-71, whichever one of them leave from Cincinnati to Cleveland, and said, you know what? I'm going to start a squad right here. And when the Bengals first started, they looked like the Browns. They look just like the Browns.
Tate, did you see what happened there? You just sprinkle a little hot take and you watch G grow like a chia pet. Whoop.
That's exactly how you do it. That's exactly how
you do it.
So
are we saying the only team to have moved more are the Raiders than the Browns? The Browns didn't go from Cleveland to Cincinnati.
The Raiders went from Oakland to LA, from LA to Oakland, from Oakland to Las Vegas.
I think the Cardinals got them, man.
The Cardinals just moved once.
I'm gonna check. I'm gonna fact check it.
From St. Louis to
Cardinals to Arizona.
Then they got the Rams, and the Rams left again.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the Browns didn't leave and go to Cincinnati. Paul Brown left and started the team.
Yeah.
Right?
Facts. Yeah.
Okay. So my thought about the Browns is, man, when they bet their move in '99, I was kind of like B-Dirt, man. I kind of felt for the fans because they are passionate fans, and a lot of my family are fans, believe it or not. I mean, I'm from that Northeast Ohio part that's just south of Cleveland and just west of Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Probably about the same distance.
Yeah, in the middle.
And my dad was a Steelers fan, so I didn't even probably at the time didn't even realize they was. And my dad probably just was riding with bandwagon with the dogs in the 74, 75-ish.
Are you referencing the Youngstown area?
Yeah.
It's an odd one because also that's where DeBartolo Jr. is from, who owned the San Francisco 49ers at one point in time.
Yeah.
Used to own the mall right here in the Bean.
Yeah.
He's the one that started those malls.
Real estate, Simon Malls and stuff.
Yeah. In Youngstown and Southern Park. The Bartlow office, I remember when I was a kid, office building was right next to my dentist's office, and he had this big 49er flag hanging around the office building.
Big 49er helmet on the side of the building still.
Okay, yeah, it's out there on South Market. Mm-hmm. And my uncle used to run around with the Bartlow and some of that old mob gangster stuff way back in the day, man.
Mm.
So yeah, but
if you're into like mafia history, mob history, snatch a couple books off of Amazon about Youngstown, Ohio. It's pretty interesting.
Oh man, interesting.
You talking about the first Pittsburgh Steelers owner?
He was something like that. He was something like that.
He was connected.
What's this about? What you talking about?
You going all the way back to the Steagles?
The original Rooney, the patriarch of the Steelers. He was connected. That's how he got the Steelers.
Little bootlegger.
Well, he was either that or he ran. He was either that or he ran number. I don't remember
numbers.
But. Yeah, I didn't know that though. I thought Art was a clean stand-up businessman. But is there ever such a thing, especially back in them days? Ooh. Not even the Kennedys.
It was something. That's what I said. I don't know for sure.
If you wasn't getting over, you weren't trying hard enough.
Yeah, right. There was something going on back in the day, man. That's how a lot of guys made their money. They made their money by little stuff that we couldn't see. Nobody knew nothing about. Backdoor deals, that you didn't see. Something happened because that's how his bread got out.
Right. But yeah, so my take on the Browns leaving, man, didn't want to see them go. But I think was it negotiated before they even left that they kept the rights to the Browns name.
Yeah, they did.
And then at some point they would be back.
Yeah, the deal was that the city kept the ownership of rights to the Browns. They couldn't move the name and call them the Baltimore Browns. And if they said if they ever was to establish another franchise in Cleveland, they would own the rights to the Cleveland Brown name.
Did Cleveland ever forgive Art Modell before he passed away?
Never. Okay. They hated him.
So yeah, that's we got caught up in the Browns real quick, but so the teams, like we said, this is the established year. Pittsburgh was 1933, the oldest team in the division. Cleveland was 46. So they went about 50 years. They left like on their 50th anniversary. They leave in 96.
Yep.
I remember they came back in 99.
Well, the Ravens are 96, so that would be
That there you be dirt, man. Context clues tell it all. Thank you, sir. And the Bengals 67. That's when Paul Brown said, "Man, I'm leaving this mistake by the lake and going over here to southwest Ohio. See what I can get going." And the Bengals have been to 3 Super Bowls in their history, and the Browns still have yet to been to 1.
Paul Brown told them boys, "Adios, muchachos. I'm gone."
Now, before anybody says it in the chat, yes, the Brown won some championships before there were Super Bowls.
Get that stuff don't count, man. Get out of here with that.
It's gonna get said at some point in time.
Do we really have any Browns person that's even in here that would say that?
I don't know. There's already been Browns corrections in the comments, so I just assumed.
Oh, what we do wrong?
You didn't say anything right or anything wrong. You said they've never been to a Super Bowl. They have not.
Yeah, but you said there's been corrections. Like before that, we said it's wrong.
That Art Modell fired Paul Brown.
Oh. Get up out of here. Paul said, "I'm stepping. I'm out of here. I'm not putting up with the shenanigans, and I'm gone."
Yeah, the history is that was a fight, really, more than anything.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
However you want to put it, but Paul Brown already had it lined up to go and do that with the league. So
the Browns left in 96. If that wasn't enough, when they crept out of there before the sheriff came to put all their stuff on the curb anyway and take over the building.
Go put on the curb.
Hey, that draft, they drafted Jonathan Ogden and Ray Lewis.
Big facts, Tate. Big facts.
Things start getting good soon as they left.
Soon as they landed.
Wow.
You got probably a top 5 offensive tackle all time and a top 3 linebacker all time in one draft the year you get past the mistake by the lake. That's why they trash. They big trash. They missed on that.
Is Ray Lewis the best middle linebacker all time?
I got him number one. I don't know about everybody else. I got him number 1.
What about Pay and Dirt? Ray Lewis the best middle linebacker all the time to play the position.
Man, I'm gonna tell you who my favorite is. I'm gonna say it before Pay has to be accused of anything. My favorite's Mike Singletary.
That's the bias.
I love watching him. Listen, I think him and Ray Lewis played a lot alike. Intelligent, hard-hitting, fierce. I think there was a lot of similarities.
I think Singletary's top 3. He top 3. Jack
you
Lambert.
You said the other day Singletary was
top 3. I said Singletary, Jack Lambert, and Ray. That was my top 3. Cut the deck. It ain't nobody nothing else to talk about.
But you said Ray Lambert and Singletary, or Ray Singletary Lambert?
Ray Lambert, Singletary. 1, 2, 3.
Can you think of another middle linebacker be there? You won't hear that day, and I couldn't think of nobody.
Another middle linebacker that would be in the top.
Buckus?
Not Not
No.
big enough. Not long enough.
Nah. I mean, if it don't come right off the top, you struggling. Yeah, so there ain't none. It's 1, 2, 3. Lawrence Taylor did not play middle line.
No, he didn't.
See,
I mean,
outside.
I don't put Nitschke in that top 3. You might have to put him or you got to put somebody like that if you're doing Mount Rushmore. 4 is a little bit, I think, removed from the top 3 in middle linebacker play for me.
Facts. He just put somebody in the matrix. Who went in, Tate?
I'm just asking, is that Tim Lyons or Pay can tell me more about, or is Urlacher the Brown? I mean, the Bears' best linebacker?
No.
I'm
It's
asking.
close. It's close. It's close.
So I would say that Urlacher is probably the most skilled and probably, you know, the most out of the most recent. As you know, with every era, players get better, right? So I would say Urlacher is probably the most skilled as we've got to this point. However, I don't think his career was the best. I don't think he has the best resume out of any of the middle linebackers that the Bears have ever had. I would go maybe Buckus, Urlacher, then Samurai.
What?
Jeremiah Yoder said was Chuck Bednarik, a middle linebacker. He was. You know who would have been on that list, but needed. You know who should be number 4 if he played 4 more years?
Who?
Patrick Willis.
Yeah, he's a dog.
He just didn't have enough. What did he play? 6 or 7 years, something like that.
Yeah,
you gotta get past 10 to get on Mount Rushmore to me.
Yeah, but he's a dog though.
Dog.
Yeah,
He was
dog.
a lot of fun to watch play.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on from that, and then we just having discussion. So PFF came out with a top 10 coaches list going into 2024 this season.
Matt Tate, don't make me hurt Chris Collinsworth, dog. Just put it up there.
So the app, so the in order they go. Andy Reid is first. Go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tomlin's 5, then 6, 7, 8 on the other side.
Garbage.
And 10 was McDermott, and 9 and Stefanski from the Browns.
How in the world is no way that McVay and Shanahan is better than Mike Tomlin? Stop it. There's no freaking way. No way. Shanahan don't even have a chip yet. So how is he a better coach? And McVay got 1 chip. So how are they better coaches, bro? Get up out of here with that garbage list. That list is trash.
Well,
no way.
Where's this list coming from?
PFF.
Yeah,
Pretty freaking funny.
Yeah, facts. Be dirt. Facts.
what do you think, Pay?
So these are the top 10, huh? I'm assuming Andy Reid.
These are 8. Stefanski is 9 for the Browns, and
No,
McDermott.
Stefanski's 8. LaFleur's 9, and Doug Peterson is 10.
That's a trash garbage list.
Are you sure? No, Doug Peterson.
I'm
wasn't
just
even in
reading what you sent out to Big G sent out to the group. Excuse me.
Well, I don't think I got it from Big G.
It says PFF on it.
Well, maybe I got confused. The one I got is Stefanski is 9 and McDermott is 10. The guy for Jacksonville wasn't even in it.
Yeah, there ain't no freaking way that Shanahan is number 2. Get up out of here. And McVay is not over Tomlin.
I remember Tate asking me. Let me jump in. It's interesting. I'm gonna start at number 10. It's interesting you got McDermott at 10, seeing as how McDermott is on the hot seat.
Facts.
That's interesting. And I mean, it kind of lets you know that NFL stands for not for long. You could be top 10, but that don't mean your job's secure. Going back to the list. Andy Reid, back-to-back champs. I mean, he's number 1. He's been a top coach for close to 20 years. I don't think anybody should have an issue with that at all. Number 2, Shenanigans. He's been losing Andy Reid for almost 20 years. So that's pretty funny. However,
No chip.
he's been,
No chip. Hey.
he's been the class of the NFC for, let's say, what? He's been to the Super Bowl twice since 2020.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily him being in the top 3, top 5, however much you want to say. If you want to put him top 2, I'm not going to argue with you because the guy right behind him, Mr. Harbaugh, he may have what? He's got his last Super Bowl title was with Flacco in 2012. What was it? 2011, 2012?
Yeah.
Even though he's coached up a 2-time MVP, I don't think that necessarily means he should be ahead of a guy who's won his conference twice. And rounding out the top 5, you got Tomlin. I mean, Tomlin, he never has a losing season. However, as you all know, Tomlin hasn't had a playoff win in 8 years. So if you got the LA coach ahead of him, I wouldn't argue with that. The last 3 guys you got here in the top 8, Green Bay coach. I'm blanking on my man's name in Detroit right now.
Campbell.
Man Campbell. And the reigning coach of the year. Well, he's not the coach of the year. He should have been a coach of the year down there in Houston. I don't think there's anything wrong with this top 8.
Coach of the year. That's what we'll call him.
Yeah, the homies coach of the year.
The
only award that matters. The only award that matters.
That's it. We got to do a homies award this year.
Right.
Facts. D'Amico Ryans was the coach of the year last year in the NFL.
Period.
Total facts. Period.
So I'm saying Tomlin deserves to be top 5, but I think you need to take in the whole resume. Not the whole resume, but what you've done in the last handful of years before you dismiss any of the guys in front of him.
I'd say Tomlin and Shanahan have won with less from the quarterback position.
Facts.
I mean, do we put that into any kind of voting criteria? And let me say this: the only problem I got with the list, just off the rip, all people do lists. It's subjective. It depends on whatever the publication or the writer, whoever what they're doing is Harbaugh bring in front of Tomlin. Tomlin is probably ahead of Harbaugh by at least 6 or 7 games in the overall record, head to head. I mean, and this is their Harbaugh's on the left.
It's just all postseason record.
Yeah, that's
the only thing you can give him, right?
Yeah, he got 4 more postseason wins. That's it.
Yeah, and for 4 more games.
Yeah, facts. That's it.
And one more year.
Yeah. He got him. But Tomlin should be over McVay too, and Shanahan. I mean, I understand Shanahan's the one his division, but that's recency bias, bro.
McVay has a recent Super Bowl.
When they get a chip. 49ers ain't seen they ain't got no chip.
It says ranking the NFL's top 10 returning head coaches entering 2024. So I don't think this is career stats. I think this is top 10 coaches entering this season.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the way I take it anyway.
That can make sense.
Now, my take on it is this. When I look at it, you start looking at career stuff, because you do, right? It's natural progression. I think there's definitely a fall off from 5 to 6.
I agree.
I think at top 5 is a little more special right now than now. There's some. My second team is the Detroit Lions. I'm just not a big Dan Campbell guy. I don't like rah-rah. I know a lot of my friends are. I'll probably catch flack for this. It is what it is. But I think D'Amico Ryan, I think, could be really, really, really good and be in this top tier of those coaches. LaFleur's got to prove a little more. Some of those other guys. So it'll be interesting to see if any of those guys can sneak up into that top tier. But right now, I think it's top 5 and then the fall off.
Tate, you're right too, because outside of Roethlisberger, everybody else then had a recent dog quarterback. You know, Shanahan got lucky and got what's the young fella name? Brock Purdy. But everybody else got dogs. We had Roethlisberger for some years, and that was it. Tomlin done had trash at quarterback. And those things are in sequence with each other. Quarterback and coach. You got to have a coach and a quarterback. But Tomlin gets more for less because we didn't have trash quarterback play the last couple of years. Horrible quarterback play.
Agree. Hey,
Tim said I'm a rah-rah hater. He's right, though. I think if you're a professional athlete, you need pom-poms to motivate you. You need to kick rocks.
I agree.
To kick the rocks. That's funny.
But still, I mean, you don't necessarily need it, but those guys like playing for coaches like that, though.
Yeah, but I mean that gets old fast, though, right? I mean,
it ain't got old in 18 years in Pittsburgh.
Dude,
facts.
That's like the dating equivalent of dating a crazy woman. Like, it's exciting, but it gets old quick.
What you say, Pay?
I don't see Tomlin as the same as a Man Campbell. I don't see their type of exuberance in the same lane. I agree with what B. Derek said. If you need a pep rally to get you going at that level, the level ain't for you. You know, I think as a professional athletes are a little bit touched. They get themselves going, Freaky Friday. I don't think it necessarily need all that like I said, all that rah-rah.
Okay, I can respect that. But okay, so let's take a quick break. If you're watching on YouTube, you know we're not going anywhere. Audio platform listeners, Google, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you're listening. We have to hear a few words from our partners. I'll be right back after this. And we're back on the Homies Podcast on a Friday night. I'm your boy Tate coming at you with the other homies, B Dirt in the building, Pay and Big G. Just talking some AFC North. We had some interesting discussions that kind of took the first 36 minutes of the show. But so let's go back. B Dirt, I'm gonna give you the floor, man, to talk about the Bengals and the history as you see it, their history. You can whatever you want to talk about. You want to talk about the best players, best positions, their best running back, best quarterback, the best season, your favorite, whatever you want to talk about Bengals. Go ahead.
Man, heartbreak, disappointment, terrible drafting, bad luck. Yeah, that's the plight of a Bengals fan. That's I mean, for the longest time, one Hall of Famer. Now, the one Hall of Famer, I believe, was the best at his position of all time, in Anthony Munoz. So I'll take that. But Boomer wins an MVP. We have a great offense. It's cutting edge in the 80s, in the 88, 89 season. And then we get beat for the second time by the 49ers. Joe Montana rips our heart out again. So that's it, man. It's just a lot of heartbreak, disappointment. We get good. The 2015 playoffs against the Steelers, the perfect ending game. Got the game in the bag, fumble going into the goal line. Got the game still won.
I thought you was going back to the Carson Palmer knee injury game too.
Yeah, you can go back to that one.
That's some bad luck.
But yeah, I mean, then you got just a airhead play, man. No need to the personal foul, and then on top of that, then you got the Pac-Man Jones personal foul after Burfict puts you guys in field goal range, and the rest is history. It seems like we've had bad luck or shot ourselves in the foot so many times. Achilles Smith was a great call. Guy played 1 year of college football, productive out in Oregon, and we could have got a haul. They wanted the trade that was the draft that the Saints traded their whole draft for Ricky Williams.
Yep.
We had that offer on the table and turned it down to take Achilles Smith.
Big trash.
That's the plight of a Bengals fan.
Say it again. The
Saints were trying to trade their entire draft for Ricky Williams that year, the Achilles Smith year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We took Achilles Smith, I think 2 overall, and then they ended up taking Ricky Williams 3rd or 4th overall and trading their whole draft to move up to get him.
Oh, okay.
We could have took that whole draft.
Yeah.
And Champ Bailey was sitting there. We could have moved back and took Champ Bailey.
That was 93?
I believe.
1999. 1999 was Achilles
later
Smith.
than 93, yeah.
Yeah.
93, somewhere around there was Klingler.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, how many bad quarterback drafts do you want to go through? I mean, it was rough.
You finally got it right. But tell us some of the good stuff. Tell us about Anthony Munoz and David.
You see Duke Tobin now taking more of the lead. You see Mike Brown stepping back. You see the Blackburn family now, his daughter and their husbands getting more involved, selling the right to the stadium.
The Blackburn is Paul Brown's son-in-law?
Correct. Yeah, okay. His daughter married
a Blackburn.
Katie. Yep. So it's better. It's in a better place now. They're letting more football, like day-to-day, out of the reins of just the family, which has been great. And the family's doing stuff behind. They're improving stuff. They're putting money back in where they never really used to. So it's on the right trajectory. I like it. And Joe Burrow changes everything, right? That's what Ben Roethlisberger changed everything for the Steelers. Mm-hmm. You got to get that guy. So really happy about that. But yeah, going back to my youth. Oh yeah, I mean Anthony Munoz, James Brooks at running back, Ickey Woods was a flash in the pan, but still fun.
Big facts. Yeah.
James Brooks was my guy on offense. So on defense, I was a huge Tim Crumrye fan. He's the guy that broke his leg in the 88-89 Super Bowl. David Fulcher, my favorite Bengal of all time. Hard-hitting safety, probably couldn't play this in today's game.
He the one that got Bo Jackson out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he can play now.
Hey,
you get a lot of trouble. You'd be in a lot of trouble. He'd be fined a lot.
Hey, I hate to run salt and wound, man, but I got to tell you, the 99 draft, they smoked it. Because Tim Couch went number 1 to Cleveland. Donovan McNabb went number 2 to Philadelphia. Achilles Smith went 3rd to the Bengals. Edgerrin James went 4. Ricky Williams went 5. But then if they would have traded down, Torrey Holt, Champ Bailey, David Boston, Chris Claiborne, and Chris McAllister back to back. And then Dante Culpepper. They smoked it. Smoked the draft.
David Boston overrated.
Facts. That's big facts.
Boston was
still better than Achilles Smith.
Yeah.
Not better than Charles Woodson.
No, sir.
No, sir. No, he's not better. We know that.
But yeah, think about that. It could have had all those draft choices, moved back and took somebody. Yeah.
Right.
That was the most disappointed I'd ever been in that team. It was rough. That was a rough one for me.
Don't feel bad, Peter. We smoked the 99 draft too because we drafted Troy Edwards. That was big trash pick. Garbage wide receiver. Horrible. We smoked the draft too.
Who Baltimore draft since you looking?
The Baltimore Ravens selected. They didn't have no first round, did they? No, Chris McAllister, defensive back, corner out of Arizona. They picked him at number Number 10.
I don't think his career was what it probably looked like it was started out to be, but he was serviceable for a lot of years. Hey, while we on that, go ahead and tell us about some Ravens stuff real quick, man, so we can give Big G the floor for the Steelers.
One more shout out I forgot to mention. Geno Atkins. Geno Atkins, I got to mention. I love Geno Atkins, too. Now, keep it pushing. Sorry.
Geno Atkins. He's still
Geno
playing?
Atkins is a dog. No. He's done. He's been gone for 3 or 4 years now.
Oh, I thought I read something about him coming back. Maybe that was a couple of years ago. Okay. Hey, Raven talk, man. You only got 96 to now. You shouldn't have that much to say.
I got lots to say. They got 2 Super Bowl rings. This is a lot. I'm gonna start right where B Dirt said.
What Pro Bowlers
where did it all change? Where did it all shift? And it all shift when we got the hell up out of Cleveland. When they got the hell up out of Cleveland.
Hey man, you always talk bad about Cleveland, Ohio, and you got plenty of family there, man. So why you always talking bad about it?
Cleveland catching strays.
My family's great in Cleveland. Football ain't.
Go ahead.
Football ain't, and the Ravens are the example. As soon as they got up out of Cleveland, they got Hall of Fame player after Hall of Fame player. Ozzie was holding back. Ozzie said Cleveland was holding him back. As soon as he got up out of there, he said, "You know what? I got a new lease on life. Let me start drafting studs."
Was it Ozzie holding him back, or was it Bill? Because Bill was there when they left. He was the coach. I'm asking because Bill. It seems like Bill's been exposed the past 3 or 4 years.
Ozzie Newsome was the greatest GM that ever was in football.
It was.
Hey, he got the big.
He's working still.
Yeah,
listen, man.
Ozzie Newsome's the greatest GM ever.
They had Bill Belichick and Nick Saban. How could they possibly win?
Yeah, because too much was going on right there, and Saban didn't really want to be there. Saban was out of there quick. He went from Michigan State to the pros, down to LSU, back in the pros with the Miami Dolphins, and then back down to Alabama. He never wanted to be there. He was flipping jobs like people flip pancakes. He was gone, bro. Out of there. Gone. So, but Ozzie, the greatest GM ever. I don't care what nobody say. I ain't trying to take pay shine, but Ozzie Newsome is the greatest GM that has ever existed. Ever. I don't care what nobody say. He built that team fast. Sure. He built that squad quick, boy. Ozzie was a dog, man.
Facts.
Big facts.
So go ahead and finish your little take on the Ratbirds, the Ravens. I mean,
yeah. Those the two times Super Bowl champs. I'm just saying, Cleveland was holding them back. The second they got up out of Cleveland, everything changed. Their color, not just the colors, but the entire franchise. Franchise went from to up there. Like as you said earlier, you called Ray Lewis the greatest middle linebacker of all time. Would he have been the greatest middle linebacker of all time? He was wearing brown and orange. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's just something in the air down in Cleveland. It just don't match it with football. Baltimore Ravens, they are probably top. You can make an argument that they're a top 3 franchise since 2000. Make an argument for that.
Wow,
since
last
2000?
25 years.
Ooh.
Why do you say that?
He got the big fine.
Yeah, you muted yourself. You muted.
He didn't even realize he did it. So I think we all agree that New England would be number 1 in the last 25 years, right? I think we agree. So who would you say number 2? While we wait for Pay to come back in, who would you say is number 2?
I'll say
all time. Chiefs, the last 25 you beat Dirt. Who you say? The Chiefs?
Best team of the last 25 years?
Yeah. We all agree the Patriots is 1. We would say that the Chiefs, Tate say the Chiefs at 2.
That's recent, but tough to argue.
Okay.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, but they got 25 years. They got the second most Super Bowls. They got 3.
That's what I'm saying. It's recent, but it's tough to argue.
Yeah. So number 3, Pay saying the Ravens is 3. So is there anybody else franchise from 2000 to 2025 that's better than the Ravens? because we agree with the Patriots and the Chiefs as 1 and 2. Last 25 years. That's a hard deal, bro. That's a hard deal. I would say Steelers is top 5, but I wouldn't say over Baltimore.
Yeah, well,
I give the 3 nod to Baltimore just based on the fact that, right there, 2000, 2001, they have one of the best defenses of all time.
Yeah. The greatest defense of all time. The greatest. That 2001 was rough and rugged.
I still like that 85 Bears team.
I still go to the Bears and me too.
Mm-hmm.
But
there's an argument to be had there.
Yeah.
The Ravens, I'm fill off the 5 with the Ravens.
Okay, at 3. Ravens at 3. Steelers
Ravens,
at 4.
Steelers, and Eagles.
No argument from me. I agree. So we go Patriots, Chiefs, Ravens, Steelers, Eagles. I agree. Top 5. Pay, you agree?
If you just go by wins,
I agree.
If you just go by wins, you cut out Super Bowls. And wins, Patriots 1, Eagles 2, Ravens 3, Steelers 4, Broncos 5.
Ooh.
Green Bay 6,
the
Colts 7, and Chiefs 8, Cowboys 9, Giants 10. Since 2000.
Denver had a lot of dubs, bro.
Yeah, but Denver, he said 2000. Denver got their last Super Bowls in 97, 98. Then they got 1 since then.
Mm-hmm.
But Big G, go ahead and tell us about the Steelers. Anything you want to talk about the Steelers, man?
I say in the history of the NFL, the number 1 franchise in the history of the NFL is the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think we are more impactful to the NFL than any other franchise out there. We're better than the Green Bay Packers. We're definitely better than the big trash Dallas Cowboys. We have had more impact than any. Maybe the 49ers might be able to run with us a little bit, but they didn't get good until the 80s. I'm talking about from the late 60s, early 70s, all the way to 2024. The number 1 NFL franchise is the Pittsburgh Steelers. We got more Pro Bowlers, more wins, more Super Bowls. Only had 3 coaches. There ain't nothing to talk about. We don't settle for losing in Pittsburgh. That's the standard and that's the culture. And to be quite honest, every team is chasing us as far as the standard and the culture is concerned across the league. The Steelers came up with the Rooney Rule. I mean, think about all the things that they did to change the complexity of football. And not to mention on that run, Hall of Fame players, Super Bowl champions. I mean, let's just run it down. The Pittsburgh Steelers is the mountaintop of NFL franchises across the board. To me, ain't nothing to talk about. As a matter of fact, it ain't even close. Not Dallas, no. Not San Fran, no. Maybe the Patriots recently, but the Patriots was trash back in the 70s. They was garbage. So, nah, heck no.
Was the Steelers trash in the 80s?
They wasn't that. Well, let me say this. Chuck Noll had a couple of trash seasons. His last, until he got up out of there, he struggled. But he still was trying to win every game. Tate, I remember in them 80s, we had a whole bunch of, back then we played what? We was 8 and you'd be 8 and 8. So they had 8 and 8, 9 and 7s, 8 and 8s. There was a whole bunch in there. But we weren't trying to just smoke the division. And then when Cowher first got there, Cowher had like a 5 and 11 season one time, and another time he was sort of low. But outside of that, he was handling his business. And we already know what Tomlin done did. So, the Steelers is the standard, bro. To me, I mean, I might be biased. Y'all can say I'm biased, but I think if you really look at it and just be honest about what's happened from the NFL from 1968 to 2024, yeah, it's Pittsburgh's the standard. To me.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how many championship games, AFC championship games they went to in the 80s. I know one for sure.
Pats didn't come into the league until 2001 by Jerry Cherry Band. They were in the 1985 Super Bowl.
Facts. They got smoked by the Bears.
Worst defeat in Super Bowl history.
Smoked. They got smoked.
No, it got at that time it was, but then the 49ers put on the Chargers about 10 years later.
Yeah, that was a big smoking too.
Yeah.
That was a big smoking. But yeah, they got smoked. The Bears smacked them. They smacked them. But like I said, ain't nobody, nah. Matter of fact, I can tell you who the Patriots quarterback was. It was Steve Grogan. And they had Tony Easton. Matter of fact, Tony Easton was supposed to have been the starter. Tony Easton got hurt, and they had to turn to Steve Grogan. I remember that. And Irvin Fryer was their wide receiver out of Nebraska. So yeah, but yeah, they wasn't no, you know, they wasn't like all like that. But the consistency and the standard. Listen, just let me ask this question to all y'all across the board. If we had to put together an all 22 team, an all-time, all 22 team, the Steelers would have more players than any franchise in the whole NFL. If you had to start an all 22 team, the Pittsburgh Steelers would have more players. Who got us? Who?
I mean, I'm thinking about it. I mean, you know, every time, just because you say it don't mean that you don't have to think about it a little bit, but I'm gonna let you keep going. I'm gonna think.
I don't know if I agree with that just because and I think
the Niners.
I got 4 on defense right off the rip.
Not on the all-time team.
Troy Polamalu, Jack Lambert, Mean Joe Green.
I've never heard of that guy.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
The first 2 people you named have Ravens better than both. Next.
Yes.
Right. Ed Reed is not better than Troy
Yes, he is.
I'm not going to say Ed Reed is better than Troy Polamalu. I will say Ray Lewis is better than Jack Lambert, though.
Well, I'm running a 3-4. I'm running a 3-4. Because that's the Steeler defense is a 3-4. So I got 2 guys in the middle. I got Lambert and Ray right beside each other. Mean Joe at 1 defensive end. Troy back there with Ed Reed, both of them playing safeties. Yeah, I got 4 just on defense off the rip. Off the rip, 4.
You know. Hold on. The top 2 safeties of all time are Ed Reed and Troy Polamalu.
Big facts.
Okay.
Big facts.
I mean, I'll put Ronnie Lott up there. I could go with any 2 of the combination 3.
Yeah, facts. And Tate, guess who going opposite corner Dion? Rod Woodson.
Rod Woodson.
So there's 5 of them on defense. Right off the rip, I got 5 on defense. So yeah, we got all 22. We're gonna have some Steelers on that bad baby.
Well, I mean, we don't. What do we think of Champ Bailey or Darrell Revis?
Not better than Rod Woodson.
Rod Woodson, Deion Sanders, the best corners ever to play.
Ever.
I'm not gonna argue. I think I like those 2. I mean, you got Charles Woodson's gonna have.
Hey, by the numbers, Ed Reed is better. He got 4 first-team All-Pro 5 to Troy's 4. Troy got 8 Pro Bowls. Ed Reed's 9. But Ed Reed didn't win Defensive Player of the Year. That's the only, but yeah. So yeah, I could go for Ed Reed over Troy. I could go with it. I picked Troy myself.
I'm on my 5th different compilation of ranking safeties from 5 different. Not one has Troy Polamalu higher than 4. This one has him at 6.
No way.
Everybody's got Ronnie Light and Ed Reed 1 and 2. Every single one of them.
Who they got at 3?
This one has Paul Krause. So I don't know about that.
That's
another one had
list.
There was another one. Let's see. Had
no way. That list is garbage.
There's a bunch. I'm reading all these different ones though.
But who's the third?
Kenny
guy?
Houston. I'm trying to look at the ones that I don't have to go into again because it takes so long. Kenny Houston's third on when they have him number 4.
No way.
Regardless, he's not top 2 on any of them.
I said Ronnie.
I found one. Dazen has him at 3. I found one. You got Kenny Houston at 4. Vice versa.
No.
Paul Krause at 5. Paul Krause is in everybody's top 5.
No Paul Krause. No Kenny Houston.
No.
Ryan Dawkins.
No way.
Troy is better
way.
than Brian Dawkins.
I'm telling you, you're looking at it through biased eyes. He's not the top 2 safeties. Period.
Did Brian Dawkins
Steelers
ever win
goggles.
Defensive Player of the Year? Did Brian Dawkins ever win Defensive Player of the Year?
I didn't
Ever?
say he was in front of him. I'm just telling you the top 2 safeties of all time are Ed Reed and Ronnie Lott. Next.
And I said that of the 3, I said I could take any 2 of those 3. I named Ronnie Lott. But I would take Troy over Ed Reed because I want somebody that can blitz and bring some physicality and all that stuff and still get picks. You know?
Yeah.
But that's just me. And it may be biased.
Yeah, that's my 2 safeties. Troy, give me Troy and Ed. Give me Rod and Dion on the corner. So I got 2 DBs back there.
Big G.
Mm.
Last question to you before we get out of here and head on to overtime.
Mm-hmm.
The number 1 Pittsburgh Steeler. It can be player, coach, front office, whatever you want. Number 1 all-time pillar to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Art Rooney. Keep it pushing. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Art Rooney Sr. is how all of this stuff kicked off. It's about Mr. Rooney and the Rooney family. He's the pillar. He's the standard. He's how this thing got started. Mr. Rooney. I pay homage to him. Number 1. Number 1, Mr.
That word again.
Homage. Homage,
He's
whatever
not,
you want to say.
Amish.
Homage. I pay. Mr. Rooney is that guy.
Fellas, that was a great show, man. I don't know that we got into everything that we intended, but we had deep dive discussions on a lot of stuff. We spent about 15 minutes on the Browns, which probably set us back early in the show. But hey, man, it was a great show talking about the AFC North. Let's just shout out the other AFC Central teams: the Houston Oilers, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Tennessee Titans. They were all at one time in the AFC Central.
All good teams too.
That's what I'm saying. The whole division is just a black and blue division. At that time, back in the day, Jacksonville played a physical brand of football.
Mm-hmm. They were built
Back in the Mark Brunell days.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Brunell was the tackle they had just went to the Hall of Fame a couple years ago.
It started Belisar. It started with a B.
Baselli.
Baselli.
Yeah, Baselli.
Tony Baselli. Yes.
Tony Baselli.
Fred Taylor.
Fred Taylor was a dog.
Fred Taylor. They had the receivers. They had who were the receivers? They had a good team.
Smith.
Jimmy Smith. That's right. Wow.
Warren Moon's a dog.
Houston's throwing the ball all over with the place was nuts.
When they were in there, that run and shoot.
Yeah, that was nuts. Throwing the ball all over the yard.
Earl Campbell.
Yeah. And then, of course,
great players that not on any of the current teams, yes.
Claude Bishop I think he's trying to get in the Matrix.
Trying to get before we get off of here. Put him in. Put him in.
You guys make me sick.
Put him in, bro.
Crap.
Put him in. Put him in right now, man. Get him in there. Get him in there.
Wow. That was just the wrong one. There you go.
Yeah.
That's for Claude. Claude, go ahead and tell us who your list would be, Claude. You can put anything you want in the live chat. Matter of fact, Claude, anytime you want to be a guest on the show for a little bit, we would love to have you. See what you got to say. And then we can put you in the Matrix in real time.
We can all take the day off. We can just cut our mics and just lean back and just let Claude and G handle it.
Argue.
It's gonna get ugly. We're gonna move some furniture around here. We're gonna be moving some furniture. It's gonna get ugly.
Hey man, so for everybody watching, we're about to jump on over to overtime. I mean, I think pretty directly, even if B Dirt got to go make a drink and eat some pizza and use the restroom, we still gonna jump in and he just come in when he's ready. We don't want to keep you guys waiting. Thanks for watching. We're about to be right back. I think it's Pay's night to facilitate Pay. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. You don't got no handles, Pay. You can't handle the rock. Don't even act like that.
Oh, I got handles.
Anybody?
Tate, it was looking suspect.
It was looking suspect.
It was looking straight sus. He didn't do like this. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't dribbling. That wasn't a dribble move. I was just
It was
little Riz out there.
Hey, it looked like he was on the 1980s turntable, like he's mixing.
Yeah, his handle looks suspect, bro. No left to right for you. No left to right. No crossing.
Hey, Cats is built and muscular and bulky as you. Don't got no handles and no jumper.
Well, I wasn't. I didn't come out the womb like this. I did play basketball before I jumped into football in the weight room.
Okay,
that's what we do in Chicago. You get a basketball first, then you go do some other stuff.
That's big facts.
I can believe that. Yeah, I can believe that. Everything I heard about the Chicago hoop game. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, so we're about to be out here and get right on over to OT directly. So thank y'all for watching us. Go ahead and hit that like button. We got up to 47, Big G. I feel like we should at least be around 60.
47?
47, bro.
The algorithms, man. One last time, man.
Pay, go ahead and take us out.
Damn. Arrest Brett Favre.
What happened to the outro? There it goes. Arrest Brett Favre, he said.